Figure TV. Houston ain't big enough. The series continue. Beef between YFN Lucci and Mob Ties J Prince Jr. Before we get into this, y'all be sure to wipe y'all feet. That means hit the like button. You in the House of Revolution. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform, y'all. Salute to Hot Thoughts TV, to the homies over there. Y'all got bringing some good content. I was enjoying it. To the end of the story where Daddy and Red spoke on, I want to vouch for what he's saying and add something to it.
But that shit was like, it was a standoff. Like, bro, it was so many guns outside. I'm praying like, God, let me just what to do. You feel me?
Now, he talking about a standoff that took place between Lucci and J Prince Jr. in Houston. J Prince Jr. and them did not want Lucci coming to Houston without paying the mob ties taxes. That's a fact. You know, and when I seen this on y'all caption, I was gonna be like, they can't be talking about the same story. That Squirrel. Salute to my nigga Squirrel, man, from Tech City, man. R.I.P. to his big bro, Monster. R.I.P. to Duke, my nigga Duke, who gonna play a very important part of this story too. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. my nigga Duke, Squirrel kinfolk, man. This can't be the same story that me, Duke, and Squirrel was talking about in my driveway a few years back. Could it? But when he started talking, I said, damn, that's the same story. And matter of fact, I've told this story on Houston Ain't Big Enough back in the day. J Prince Jr. was doing his, you gotta check in with them in the city from what Squirrel and Lil Duke was telling me. Now, let me say, Squirrel and Duke at this time, they doing their little music thing. They getting back in the music business. They got a lot of money. Squirrel street nigga. Anybody from down here know Squirrel is a monster. Like his big brother was is a monster. You see what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Or straight up damn fool who had got a bunch of little paper and had street money. And Duke had more street money and was living that life real good. You know, and R.I.P. to Duke, you see what I'm saying? So it ain't no telling thing. He was up and down that highway with that purple, you know, and had it by the judge, you know, by the cases. And I figured him and Lucci probably was doing a little business on that end. Well, I ain't got to figure because I do know some stuff. I'm gonna say it probably was some other stuff going on, you know. And you know when you doing other stuff, music business can come up. Imagine it's not the music business, then other stuff. Sometimes other stuff, then the music business pop up. Like, nigga, we doing music too. Nigga, we doing some shows. Hey, nigga, come down here, fuck with it. We gonna throw some shows. Let's get some money. Now, all I know is by Duke and Squirrel and the people they say they was rapping with and doing things with, probably the people dead in red saying was this his niggas. But how I know he telling the truth is because Squirrel told me, and Duke told me out his own mouth, I think that nigga would pull up in a Porsche. I think Duke had a black Porsche when he pulled up down here and telling that story. He living that flamboyant life. He had moved to the city, but Duke is from right down here, Gangsta County, Texas. Pops had that paper. R.I.P. to his Pops. Sad story I'm finna talk about. But they say they got Lucci to come to the city. You see what I'm saying? They knew Prince J Jr. didn't want him down here, but like Daddy and Red said, whoever they was messing with, like, we don't give a damn what Junior got to say. We bringing Lucci. I didn't hear it out of Daddy and Red mouth. I heard that out of Duke and Squirrel mouth from what they said. They didn't give a damn about what J was saying. That's serious business. And I'm like, I was telling Squirrel, all right. So they say they went to the club, they in that bitch, they doing their thing. Guess somebody must have called Junior and said, hey man, this nigga Lucci down here, man. Come get with him. Somebody dropped the man low or whatever. Junior and them pull up Mob Todd's stick, ready to drag Lucci up out of there because they told him don't come to the city, bro, without checking in with them. And anything else was unacceptable. But from what I'm hearing, see, Squirrel and Duke them had already told me, them niggas that was with them, they niggas pulled guns. Like, hold on, nigga. He with us. He ain't going nowhere. We gonna hold him down. Y'all not gonna fuck with Lucci. And at the time they tell me, I'm like, damn, that's a bad idea, bro. Y'all moving around the city, y'all done drew down on Junior. I say, that's gonna get his pops gonna be upset that y'all done did that with his son. I'm Squirrel like, man, fuck that shit, woo. I'm trying to think level-headed. This after I done came home from prison. I'm not on that what we was doing before I went. Squirrel is still on and they have a bunch of money. He don't want to hear nothing. He like, fuck that shit, why? You whatever they want to do, nigga, woo, woo. I'm like, bro, that's gonna be bad for y'all moving around. I gotta be level headed. Tell my partner like, nigga, we told that nigga with them things, that nigga what they want to do. Now I know Square was telling the absolute truth because he just told me. He dead and red just said guns was everywhere. Well, that was my nigga Squirrel and Duke said. It was gonna be whatever the nigga wanted to do. And he just said, Junior was like, well, look, we're gonna catch him off the clock with y'all. From what Squirrel was telling me, well, see, this nigga dead and red, he politicking because he got to. He like he say, he cool bro shop. Well, this end that he was with telling me, they didn't give a damn what Junior was saying. If Junior would have said, let's go to war, there was gonna be a bunch of dead bodies out there, bro. Because them niggas Squirrel and Duke were having a bunch of money, nigga. They didn't give a damn. Nobody was gonna bully them. They wasn't going for it, especially Squirrel. That's the wrong nigga to give money to. You finished. That's that. You can't give him no money and think you're gonna play games with a nigga for sure shooter and a stepper himself. But so he say that they squashed that woo, wasn't nothing they left. I'm like, man, they ain't gonna sit well with them, blah 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 blah. Later on, I don't know how many months later it was, he say he leaving Lil Duke house when HPD pull him over, nigga. And he got some work and all that. My nigga, woo. You see, sometimes your house, when people like Jay and them, they don't gotta they go to war with you different ways, man. They get you all busted. But I told him that. I'm not saying, I said what the fuck I want to say. I'm not saying Jay and them put the police on them niggas. I'm just saying my niggas say after they threaten them niggas, next thing you know, they getting pulled over with work and all that type of shit. The police on them niggas. That was for Squirrel. My nigga locked up right now. R.I.P. Squirrel. I mean, now, excuse me. Free my nigga Squirrel. Free my nigga Squirrel. R.I.P. Duke. Because my nigga Duke, who was also part of this story, who was the main cat, who had more money than Squirrel, and who I think was the nigga actually bringing Lucci down here to do some business, and because he was trying to get back in the rap business, but Duke really was a made man in the streets. Fuck the rap. I never heard none of Duke, but he did let me hear a few songs. But I used to be in the business. Squirrel wanted to get back in the business. He touched his toe. But they was doing shows and shit. I was proud of. Feel what I'm saying? But my nigga Duke, it was all over Houston news. What was that, 2-3 years ago? Maybe 3 years ago? Some niggas in the city running my nigga house. Kill him inside his house. The next day, his father show up. They kill his father in front of his mama. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm absolutely, positively not saying that has anything to do with that standoff because it don't. I would let niggas, niggas wouldn't be able to say that type of, but I'm just saying, I don't know, but I'm just saying I don't believe that because it was other stuff I absolutely believe played a part in what happened to my partner and his pops. You see what I'm saying? But Jada and Red, I don't know if he didn't want to. It was Duke and Squirrel played a prominent part in letting J. Prince Jr. and Marv Ties know that day it's going to be a Mexican standoff out here if y'all think y'all going to push us around. We brought Lucci, he with us, whatever y'all want to do. So I know for sure it's one story that them niggas tried to throw their weight around and they could not push them niggas around because you had them niggas from Gangsta County hooking up with some of them niggas out of Houston and they had a bunch of money on a bunch of goons and they wasn't going. You see what I'm saying? Now that's another little intricate piece dead in red. I'm telling you that you probably didn't know. But the two main niggas that from my area, they sat in my driveway and told me that story, nigga. The dude pulled up in that black motherfucking Porsche and they laughing. I didn't find it funny though. I told Bob, I'm like, man, bro. I didn't like it because I'm like, man, them type of niggas don't like being done like that in public. When them Junior and them came to haul that nigga, they supposed to done that. Any standoff weakens their authority and their power in the city. And pulling guns on Junior, that's gonna piss the father off. That's for sure. Houston ain't big enough, man, for that type of stuff. But like Sauce Walker, remember when Takeoff got killed? What Sauce said? Oh man, y'all should have came and got with me. That's the South Side saying you don't have to check in with the. Sauce said that. Y'all should have came and got with me. And then Jazz Prince was like, what you mean? It's on the internet, nigga. And Sauce said, I said it already. You got my number. So my nigga and them was already feeling like they tied in with the South Side of Houston, like they wasn't gonna let the North Side check their temperature on nothing. Y'all know that's how they go. For the out of town, if you don't know, that's how they go. If you in the East Coast, the West Coast, Midwest, if you don't know there's some gangsters on the South Side who not gonna be pushed around by Jay and Jazz and them, but you need to know now this story about when Lucci hooked up with some of them South Side niggas and some of them Gangsta County niggas, Duke and Squirrel for show. And them niggas stood their ground against the Maltese niggas and held Lucci down. Lucci know that story true, nigga. And then hold him down with words, nigga. They pulled them things out, nigga. Said, he ain't going nowhere. What's happening? Houston ain't big enough. Cuff it. Follow me.